So as you guys know, or as you may know, recently I took a break from being online, and that lasted about, I'd say, between a month and 2 months. I wasn't keeping track, but during that time I learned quite a lot, and I wanted to share the biggest thing I learned with you guys, and that has to do with getting outside and getting inspired, and I'll explain that more as the video goes along. So I want you to think of the greatest writers you know, and the best filmmakers, and the greatest creators, the people who really inspire you and who you think were inspired. Think about these people. What is it that they had? And here I have a theory, and my theory goes like this. I think about my favorite filmmaker. His name is Richard Linklater, and he makes films that are just about life and the intricacies of life and humanity and people. And last night I watched not his film, another film, Moonstruck, and that one was beautiful. It was really it's about family, it's about people and relationships, and the reason those films are so beautiful is because they reflect to us something we already know. But how was it that that creator, that author, that writer or filmmaker or anyone was able to be inspired and make those things? It's because they had fully lived it themselves. They had to have had observed it at least. And that requires us to go out in life and see it and feel it and live it. And here's where I'm going to go into something. So when I was on my break, I had a really long think about things because I was going down a path I really didn't like with creating content online. It was coming from a place that wasn't sustainable for me because I felt like I was gonna get burnt out, to be honest, and I had to think about where it was that I could get full inspiration and energy really going into that, trying to figure that out. And the answer that came to me was inspiration comes from within, but it comes from within because it's the way we engage with the world and it's how we feel the world. You have to feel so fully. So when people are, when people are going online and trying to get energy from other people by looking at their content, or you say you're just filling in your time, you're watching other things but never feeling so great, you're living an unsustainable diet almost, because you're consuming things, but that is not actually going to feed you what you need to be creating what you want if you are a creator of any kind. And also in real life as well, if you are looking to be nourished in life and feel happy and blessed, you can't grasp for these things. They're not going to be, we talk about happiness is not outside of you, it's inside of you. So on that subject, I really began to feel like perhaps trying to take energy from others, seeing other people who have the energy and trying to take that, which is what a lot of people do. If you're doing that, you're almost being vampiric. So you have to create your own energy, and where that comes from, I feel, is feeling fully engaged, fully in your senses. The only way we have to know our world is through our senses. Like our body, this is it. This is how we engage with the world, with sight, with sound, touch, taste, everything, feeling in your heart, all of that. And if that's the only way we can engage with the world, that's so important. And the aspects of feeling, like our engagement with the world, like to feel it fully, that's when you are going to be inspired. That's those moments when you're in the bath and you're having such a wonderful, relaxing moment and you get that inspiration. That's because you let yourself be for that moment. And I wanted to make a point also. Another example was the Jedis. if you've watched Star Wars at all, you'll remember, how does it go? Feel the Force, Luke, feel the Force. And he's playing with the lightsaber. Jedis, they don't logically get in contact with the Force. It's not through their intellectual brain. It's actually to do with their gut and their contact with the Force, the world, everything around them. It's shutting off that speaking mind, not shutting it off, but just going actually further down into your body. At the same time as you need to get outside, you also have to get inside, because you could be somewhere and just off in your thoughts and things. It's very important that you get out, so take a step back. And this is what I'm trying to say. If you feel you need a break, like I needed a break, and you need to reassess what's happening and refocus to find your own inner joy and inner nourishment and peace, and feel like you can sustain yourself, then what you need to do is take a step back from everything that you're kind of doing and all the content. Oh, sorry, there's a fly. Take a step back and then take a step in. So get out, like just take yourself out of the situation and literally get outside. That is going to feed you. They've done studies, they've found that being outside helps so much with all kinds of things, inflammation in the body, brain stuff, like walking literally clicks your thinking into place. So get outside and then get inside and really begin to engage with your senses, because that engagement is going to get you the nourishment that you need. Getting out and being more engaged, a lot of that has to do with how curious you are, how much awe you can feel, how are you looking at life. And if you know me, you know I'm just really into the way we can look at life. But basically I wanted to ask, how have you looked at life? Have you really looked with new eyes? Have you really seen? I want you to ask yourself a question. If you have a loved one, and it could be yourself, let's say, I want you to close your eyes and imagine their face. And can you see every freckle on their face? Do you know the exact way their hair falls? Can you remember these things? And that's the real question, because it's really about, have you really seen them? Have you looked, with love and awe? And it's that way of gazing into the world, looking with love and awe and curiosity as if you've never seen it before. Even if you've seen their face a million times. I'm looking at Oliver behind me, or behind the camera. Even if you've seen their face a million times, look again. Look as if you've never seen them. See the way their eyelashes look. And just in that moment, that's where you're really getting engagement, pure love and awe and engagement with the world. There's so much more I could say on this topic, but I'll just say that for now. I wanted to finish with a quote. It's not so much a quote as it is lyrics from a song. I'm not going to sing it. I'm not very good at singing this song. But it's a beautiful song, and I'll link it down below. And it says, "It's better to feel pain than nothing at all. The opposite of love is indifference." Really what that speaks to me about is it's better to feel engaged, feel what you're feeling in this moment, than to feel nothing. And I want you all to have a wonderful week. Get outside. It's beautiful out here, and I love you all. Thank you so much for watching.